It was just a game of musical chairs, until a big fall turned into a real disaster. Looks like someone's leg didn't survive. It was just a game of... These guys thought testing helmets was a good idea. And then, boom, bro got launched into a new time zone. These guys thought A married couple decided to throw a gender reveal party. They just needed to pop the balloon, but the husband wanted to do it in style. Maybe he should have paid more attention in physics class. One too many drinks and one wrong step. Good luck trying to explain the broken wall to mom and dad. One too many drinks. Kinda reminds me of how our grandmas used to describe their way to school. Just look at how this woman carries her heavy load, step by step, without any safety gear. It's honestly incredible. In some remote parts of China, people still have to climb nearly vertical stairways, carved. Would you trust this ride through the mud? These people turned pure imagination into a real vehicle. But one slip, and it could all go horribly wrong. No limits when survival meets creativity. Would you trust this? This guy stumbled upon something strange while walking through the forest. Why is this happening? This tree has turned into a real fountain. Due to heavy rain, underground springs overflowed and started pushing water up through cracks in the trunk. This is a very smart dog. It instantly made the right decision when its owner suddenly fell. Run, Forrest! Run! This is a very... What is this woman doing? This is a contest for the best seagull imitation in Belgium. Just listen to this. The winner was a 9-year-old boy who was bitten by a seagull as a child. And that inspired him, just like Spider-Man. It was just an ordinary women's cricket match, until one good boy broke free from his owner. He smoothly caught the flying ball and ran straight toward the bowler, skillfully dodging every person in his path. No one could stop him. He completed his mission and should honestly be proud. Somewhere in Russia, a flock of birds surrounded a tree and feasted on berries that had fallen to the ground. But the berries had already fermented, and soon the birds were lying on the asphalt, completely drunk. Locals picked them up, placed them in a box, and took them to the forest to sober up. Somewhere in Russia, just another morning on the New York subway, a man in ripped pants snatched a gaming console from a woman. Instantly, a guy in an orange hoodie took it back from him. Then a man in a fartman costume leapt from the opposite platform and returned it to the woman. The guy in ripped pants jumped onto the tracks and took off running. Just another morning, a truck driver was transporting cardboard when it suddenly caught fire. The flames quickly began spreading across the vehicle. Out of nowhere, a driver in a cement mixer pulled up and started putting out the fire. Working together, they managed to stop the flames, and the truck was saved. A real hero. A truck driver was transporting... In 2021, a 60-year-old man in Italy became famous for something many people only dream of. He didn't go to work for over 15 years, yet kept receiving his full salary. His name was Salvatore, and on paper, he was still officially employed at a hospital. But in reality, he had vanished back in 2005. His paycheck, however, never skipped a month. It seemed like the perfect plan. No work, all pay. Maybe he once walked into the hospital, took a deep breath of its atmosphere, and thought, life's too short for this. Instead of quitting, he set out to secure himself a 15-year vacation. Pulled some strings, worked a little paper magic, and convinced management to make his absence an unofficial secret. Over time, he became a legend among staff. Everyone had heard of him, but no one had seen him. That is, until a surprise audit blew everything up. When the reports were reviewed, it became clear. Either this man was working in a parallel universe, or not at all. Eventually, he was fired, arrested. In 2021, in the US, a cop got distracted by his phone and crashed into another car. He got out, ready to apologize, but then saw the other driver running away. The officer was confused because the accident was clearly his fault. But after checking the guy's trunk, it all made sense. The driver had been carrying 2 big bags of marijuana. In the US,
Mr. Mr. Potter, you seem to spend a suspicious amount of time in Hagrid's hut.
So? Oh, it's not what you think, Professor Snape.
Is that so?
I just wanted Harry to show me his little wand.
What?
No, he doesn't mean it like that. And he showed me his little Philosopher's Stones, too.
Hagrid, stop!
It's making it sound really weird.
This is highly unorthodox.
So I says, if you're really a Parseltongue, why don't you come over and stroke me pet snake?
Hagrid, stop!
You're making it sound like I'm...
Mr. Hagrid, I'm contacting the Ministry and you are to be sent back to Azkaban.
What? Why?
And you, Mr. Potter.
Oh, what now?
3 billion points from Gryffindor.
Oh, no! Oh, fuck off, Kylo Ren. I shouldn't have said that.
Miss...
Have you ever noticed how Bob Ross seemed to paint the same picture in every episode? He'd take a brush, add a few strokes, and suddenly there were trees, forests, and quiet little cabins by the river. At the time, many art critics dismissed his work as too simple. Yes, Bob painted bits of forest, rivers, and cabins again and again, but was it really the same thing? What he was really doing was taking us on a journey.